Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we just recently got the 6.5 Spiral Abyss, aka Luna 6, and we of course did recently get Linnea as well, since we haven't tried her out in the Abyss yet. You already know we have to go ahead and, give her a test run. I will say she's not fully leveled yet, but, it's close enough. I'll show that off in a sec, although full character builds will be at the end. We're going for ZIBAI C0, Columbina C1, Linnea C0. Alongside, where is he? There we go. Illuga C3, I believe. Let's see, cons. Yep, C3 with level 8 in alt, level 70 out of 80 when it comes to our pardon me, our Linnea. There you go, level 80 with 1.9k defense on a level 20 slingshot, because I don't have the mats to ascend it. C0 with 186 talents, so that's how our Linnea is looking, but full character builds and stats will be at the end, like I said. And then we have FLINS alongside our C6 Aino that we just recently got, alongside C1 FLINS, in case I didn't mention, C1+INEFFA as well, and then rounding the team out with Sucrose. So yeah, like I said, full character builds will be at the end. Of that being said, let's just hop right into things. Alright then, and here we are in the first chamber. You know what, we'll pick up a crit buff. We have over 100% crit on both of our DPSs, basically when you include our artifact sets. But you know what, we'll just take the extra crit damage, why not? And okay, we have a bunch of these wait, there's 12 of these guys. Oh my god, this might be the biggest shell I've seen in a long time in Spiral Abyss. And, that's saying something, because Spiral Abyss always loves shedding characters, but oh my god, I don't remember, because normally if it's 12 enemies, they don't have, like, first of all, decently big shields, which require quite a lot of geo gauge. First of all, geo, not even a common element, bloody geo to break. I mean, I guess you could use overload as well, or shatter if you're a psychopath, but yeah, goddamn, 12 of these guys. It's not like these are weak enemies as well. They have a thick shield, they're decent, they're not like strong, but they're strong enough. And then, yeah, 12 of them, my god, that's not what I expected. But anyway, then again, we are using ZIBAI+LINNEA, so, didn't even take us a minute. So I guess, I don't know what I would do though if I didn't have those two in that situation. But yeah, here we are now on the more lunar focused side of this Abyss. And we are just going to try brute force it with our FLINS. Now, to be fair, Lunar Charge does result in quite a few elemental reactions. And, elemental reactions are what break the shield, alongside, of course, Night Soul. If I wanted to take this easy, then I would have just used, for example, let's say, I was going to say Mighty. I don't know why I was saying Mighty. That's a completely wrong game and not even a similar character. Varessa is probably who I would have used here. I don't know where the HSR came in, but yeah, as you can see, using Aino here instead of Columbina, I just think this is more well balanced, because obviously our FLINS and INEFFA are both C1, so might as well give the C0 ZIBAI as well as the C0 Linnea, the C1 Columbina. Although I will say, I do think Columbina's C1 is probably best in an Electro Charge team. Just gives us some nice bonus energy as well. Although the shield in the Geo team is also some pretty decent quality of life as well, so won't complain. I feel like the Lunar Boom one is probably the worst one in my opinion, but there we go, that is the first chamber, and onto the second one now. Alright then, and here we are on the second chamber. Let's go ahead and get some EM. Will be nice for our Lunar Crystallizers as well as for our Lunar Charges. Don't have the perfect ult rotation up, but you know what, it's fine. Let's go ahead and use our ZIBAI ultimate. Okay, these enemies that require Luna just get shredded by literally any not-cry DPS. It is slightly funny, slightly sad, I guess, at the same time, but mostly funny. Oh, I definitely did not need to use Columbina ultimate there. Whoops, that's my bad. Oh well, I guess it is what it is. Let's just make our life slightly harder in the third chamber. Not that I think it's gonna matter all that much. Anyway, go ahead and at least this time we don't have any Night Soul mechanics here, so we can. Oh, I forgot to use our Aino ultimate, but honestly it looks like it won't even matter. Go ahead and pop the big ult here, and there we go. They're out. I'm not even gonna bother using the third E on my FLINS, even though of course that is why we have a C1, just because I think it's C1. First of all, decent power spike. Second of all, also just makes him more fun to play, in my opinion. And then technically also unlocks the playstyle of using the big ultimate as well, because you get free skills, and the energy from that is pretty damn nice. Anyway, go ahead. Okay, I tried iframing that with our Aino ult. It didn't turn out that way, but it's fine to be honest, because, you know, won't really matter in the end. Unfortunately, we don't have our Hydra app here, but it won't matter. We destroy this anyway with our C1 Flins. And there we go. All that leaves us with is the third chamber, so I will see you guys there in a second. Alright then, and here we are on the third chamber. Okay, actually wait, what the hell is this? I did not look what the lineup was. I just saw geo buffs, so I was like, yep, this is the side where we're gonna use our ZIBAI+LINNEA. I don't know what this enemy is. Right now it's giving me flashbacks to the wolf, which required Geo to break the skulls. Although this one went down quite easily, and we're doing quite a lot of damage to it when it is down right now. So maybe that's good. Let's see if we can nuke him with LINNEA, 351k. LINNEA, like I said, not full build yet, so I guess we'll take it. How much is our ZIBAI ult gonna do? 320k, I think that was, and 295k on the skill, 295k again. Perfect. And now all that leaves us with is Flins. Okay, never mind. I failed to break the Pipila's shield, and then we were about to clear it, nevertheless, in a short amount of time, but then we ended up getting nuked. But anyway, this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to trigger more swell reactions, and it looks like Sucrose's ult, as well as the 2 swells we did on her, will get the job done. So this time we will actually be able to clear the shield. We did unfortunately have a slow first half clear for whatever reason, but it's fine. At least this time we managed to break the Pipila. It was, you know, I really thought that, you know, I would just be able to brute force it with Flins. Turns out no. But then we nearly brute forced it anyway. It's just the enemy was 1 HP. I greeted one more Flins burst, and then he got one tapped. But anyway, okay. I didn't even have time to tell the full story before the enemies died. Goddamn. Yeah. ZIBAI+LINNEA, very strong, especially when shielded. And then Flins C1 alongside INEFFA C1 will just get the job done, basically no matter what the Abyss is. I think as long as they don't have Electro immunity, then I think they'll be able to brute force it. But anyway, onto the character builds. Well, and as you can see, the ZIBAI+LINNEA team did perform very well, although of course we do need to mention, first of all, there is technically a C1 Columbina in it, so I wouldn't exactly say it's a free-to-play team. No C6 Illuga though, which I believe C6 Illuga would be a bigger damage increase than a C1 Columbina, and then also the fact that the main thing is that this Abyss, both in terms of enemy design as well as in terms of buff, is incredibly strong for Lunar Crystallize, so just keep that in mind when evaluating the performance. And then on the second half, I mean, you know, C1 Flint, C1 INEFFA, they'll just destroy anything no matter what the other two teammates are, basically. So yeah, even though there are a lot of Night Soul mechanics, that did not affect us whatsoever. Finally, when it comes to showing off the character build, starting off with the ZIBAI team, 68 crit rate becomes 73 when including Illuga's 5% buff, and then 103% once we include the artifact set, 274 crit damage as well. Weapons on the R1 sword of Chiori, which I originally pulled for Al-Haytham, but ended up giving to ZIBAI now. And then, yeah, 36 CV, about 37 CV here. Here a bit less, about 24-ish CV. Here we have about 31 CV as well. Would be nice if I could get a onset one, but oh well. And then here we have 28% crit damage on our crit rate circlet. Like I said, constellations C0, 110, 8 talents. For our LINNEA, as we showed, 1.9k defense. Her stats are 86 crit rate to 137 crit damage with 120 ER. Do let me know what I should prioritize stats-wise on the LINNEA. Not 100% sure yet. Slingshot as well, like I said, not leveled up because none of these, as well as none of these. And then artifacts, this is how they are looking right now. Basically leftover pieces from our INEFFA. We did just get a really good INEFFA build recently. She is quite high on the leaderboard on Akasha now. C0, like I said, 186 talents. And then Columbina, 37k, 195 ER on a R5 prototype Amber. Artifacts, yeah, double crit, ER with crit rate, no double crit here sadly, maybe I could fix that later. Crit damage with basically no crit rate rolls, some ER and then a lot of HP rolls, and then HP circlet with double crit with ER as well. Constellations, like we mentioned, C1, which gives us a shield in this team, and then also increases lunar damage by 1.5%. Talents, 210.7 as well. And then when it comes to our Illuga, finally, His stats don't really matter that much. I just wanted to get as much ER as I could on him. 5 Lance, so you know but we don't really have the credit to take advantage of it, sadly. Did I even level up the circlet? It's actually no, it's an EM circlet. Never mind. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, ER, EM, EM. I believe those are the most commonly used stats. Okay, here it says triple EM, but oh well, who cares? And then C3 with 1, 6, 11 talents. Now going on to our Flins team. Our Flins, I absolutely love. Probably my best built character on the account, even better than our Rising now. 72 crit rate, becomes 102 in battle, 241 crit damage. We do have him on a Primordial Jadewing Spear, so it is a 5-star weapon, but one you can get off standard banner. Our Flower here, pretty solid, 41 CV. Again here, about 42 CV. Probably the weakest piece we have here, 34 CV on the circlet. I mean, our off piece isn't incredible, to be honest. It is about 34 CV as well, although we do get a little bit of ER here. Have a little bit of ER here as well, although none on these pieces. And then crit damage with 14.4% crit rate, that's what we love to see. And then constellations, like we mentioned, C1 with 1, 9, 10 talents. For our INEFFA, 74% crit rate, 181 crit damage, 134 ER. On a level 80 Missive Wind Spear R5 on the Orbade set, double crit, 40 CV here basically, and then here we're looking at about 35 CV, 39 here, and then about 31 here, so you know, not the best, but we'll take an on-piece attack piece, and then 12.8% crit rate on our circlet here, Constellations C1 with 110.9 talents. For our C6 Aino, her stats won't really matter as much, but 352 EM, 166 ER, weapons, we have her on this R5 event weapon. Artifacts, we do have her on Instructor. I actually should have put her on Silken Moon, that is my bad, to be honest. Actually, no, she's on 2-piece EM. I definitely need to get her on the Silken Moon set, whoops. And then C6 with 144 talents, and then finally our Sucrose, who is over, there we go, level 70, 641 EM, 164 ER, on a R5 TTDS. VV, of course, have not taken VV off her since I got her C6, and we don't have the Hexray unlocked on her, but that doesn't really matter. But yeah, there you go. Those were our teams we used. Let me know how you guys found this Spiral Abyss. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time, and see ya.